Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Heroes and Brews with Nerdy Dudes. We're your friendly neighborhood Beeroes, and today we're going to go into a little bit of music, which is a little different from what we usually do from our nerdy culture realm. We are going to talk about some Falcon and Winter Soldier, maybe some Snyderverse. But first, before we get into any of that stuff, we got to announce one thing. And what day is it, Kev?
My favorite day. It's Beer Up the Weekday.
Yeah,
Back at it. Man, we are drinking. You know, we've talked about this brewing company quite a bit. We've interviewed
long time coming, man.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dan. It's Workhorse Brewing Company, man. We're going back to King of Prussia, PA.
We are.
And we're gonna have a beer that Ty and I agreed this was our favorite when we went opening night at Workhorse. This was our favorite beer.
So fact check. We did say the New England was the favorite.
Oh, we did?
But this was the close second. But with time, this definitely has become my favorite Workhorse Brewing Company
See, we
beer.
were very immature then. We didn't know any better. I think we were on cloud nine, so we were just rambling off. But like you said, we had time to mature and to reflect. And we realized that our favorite beer from them, and this is coming from two hopheads, I don't know what you want to call it, is the Vienna Lager.
Yeah.
The malty, crispy, smooth Vienna Lager. I'm not surprised because Nate, their brewer, coming from Devil's Backbone, the Vienna Lager was a beer that I've had from Devil's Backbone. I don't know if you've ever had it before, but when I first sort of drove down the craft beer road and went down that path, and I never looked back. I was really big into lagers, and I think at the time it's because I'm introduced over here in Philly, PA area, Yingling, and when I went to craft beer, I wanted stuff that was similar. And I remember being out at a restaurant, and I remember seeing the word lager stood out to me, and it was a Vienna Lager. Didn't know what the hell that meant, and but it's from Devil's Backbone, and I remember trying it and loving it. So, and I know Dan had said in an interview, like the Vienna Lager, and it might have even been in our interview. I'm not sure. I think it may have been.
I think it was,
obviously, the recipe is different. So I'm not surprised that this Vienna Lager from Workhorse is had such an impact on us.
Yes.
So it's a delicious beer. I got a nice little pint glass here because I'll
pour that out. Show the people the color of that beautiful beer.
Yeah, all y'all who are visually seeing this right now, not the audio. It's a beautiful.
That's so
beautiful amber color. John's pretty clear.
Dude, that is a beautiful amber ale, man.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's gosh, it smells delicious. And now typically, I know spring's around the corner, man, and I'm loving it. Typically, these beers I usually grab off the shelf. I'm saying fall and winter. But you know what? I've never wanted to shy away from a good lager, a Vienna Lager at that, in the spring and summer.
Dude, I never had a Vienna Lager. I might have had one or two before I had Workhorses, and they didn't leave a lasting impression on me. But this beer, man, the first time it hit my lips, you can go back and watch, our vlog when we went on opening day, man. This thing stuck with me from the get-go. And it's surprising that we haven't actually had this or the New England as beer of the week yet, because
we haven't even had the New England.
No, we had the West Coast.
We even said that was our favorite.
We had Workforce, and we had the Pina Colada. We didn't have the New England. So we do have to. That has to be on the show eventually, because we're not doing those beers justice, man.
No, we're not.
But Workhorse, Nate puts out hell of beers, man. He puts his heart and soul into everything he crafts, and you can taste it. And if you're more of a lager person, you don't like IPAs, if you're going to Workhorse, man, you will not go wrong with the Vienna Lager. You'll be ecstatic with how this tastes. It's 5.2%, and this freaking can, man, I love it. The dark colors, the blue and the red, it's beautiful.
I didn't even mean for this. I feel like I think I match my outfit matches the can, and I swear I didn't even plan this. I don't know, just for some reason, it just worked out that way.
Yeah, Kevin and I were at Workhorse last night with our ladies and baby Kev the third, and
hey, KP3.
Dude, we between the four of us, we had like every beer on the menu, you know.
Yeah.
And we were trying to think of a beer of the week to have. We had some of mine from Conshohocken, but we were in Workhorse. We couldn't go wrong with picking this because we both love this beer, and we can't do it justice by talking about it. You just need to go find it and try it.
Yeah, I agree. I know we're, we showcase a lot of IPAs on this podcast, and it's what we love. But I know we do occasionally have lagers and pilsners, which are two styles that I absolutely love, and I wish more people would appreciate them. And maybe they do, I don't know, but I just feel like because we're, everyone's so IPA crazy, that they forget other things.
We do too. We forget sometimes,
I know. I really, and you know what? So that's the thing. Like, I had recently from Trogs their Sunshine Pilsner. I got a 6-pack one day. It's a fantastic beer. It's not crazy in your face hop explosion from like a West Coast IPA. Obviously, it's not your orange juicy hazy tropical IPAs. It's a Pilsner. It's clean. It's to the point. It's done right. It's a very just nice outside, summer kind of beer. But I have such a love for lagers and pilsners. I really do. I really appreciate them and the work that goes behind them, because they're very difficult to brew. I think they ferment cold. I may be completely wrong, and if someone is a home brewer or something and is watching this, like, tear me apart in the comments or whatever.
Or inform us.
I deserve.
Or.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell me, and then I will be informed after all the nasty things that you say. Unfortunately, now I do see a lot of breweries, like smaller breweries even, brewing a lot of different types of pilsners and lagers, which is really cool, and I'm really excited for, because I think before they didn't really fly off the shelves, and so everybody just kept brewing different types of IPAs, and I get it, because at the end of the day, it is a business, and you want to brew what sells, and these take a long time to make. So I just think it was just the time that you would put into brewing a lager compared to, like, if it's gonna leave your facility, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But for some reason, and I don't know what it is, but I'm really happy about it, I feel like there are breweries that are really, really starting to implement them in their portfolio of beer styles.
Well, I think
is awesome.
I think the good thing is, though, like, once brewing companies get their fan base and their their clients and their customers in house, right? You have all these hazy IPAs, you have all these normal IPAs, session IPAs that people can acclimate to easily and enjoy. They're gonna expand. Like, if they're going to these brewing companies often, and these brewing companies are going to start making pilsners and lagers and Vienna lagers, stouts, porters, whatever they want to make, people are going to try them. There's people that won't. People like their taste, and that's what they stick to. But there's a lot of people that like to branch out, and they already know they like the taste of the brewing company, so why not try these other beers? And you might not. Yeah. You might like these lagers. You might like these, pale ales better than the IPAs you're drinking. It's just, I think that once they get enough people buying their product, I think that's when they can feel comfortable branching out and creating these different types of beers so people can enjoy and try them.
I get it. Reel them in with your, the hazy tropical IPAs. Like, I just picture that on the end of like a fishing pole, and all the mindless craft beer people are like, it's another hazy one. And then you reel them in, and then once they sit down, then you're like, hey, guess what? There's other things we have as well.
All I gotta do is, free taste test. Like when we had the Russian Imperial Stout at Workhorse the one day.
Right.
They're like, you want to try this? I'm like, hell yeah. And it was fantastic. When we
freaking
were at,
awesome.
What was the place in King of Prussia? That, like, sports barish place that was just feeding us free Guinness beers the first time I had Harp.
Yeah, that was they're closed now.
Are they?
Unfortunately, I didn't mean to laugh at that. That's not funny, but it was Champs.
The laugh was more for the experience we had that night.
Yeah. I'm not laughing at the place closing, because that's not cool. And I don't like.
But like the thing is, like when you bring free samples around for people to try, like why wouldn't you? What do you have to lose? You're not paying for it, so why not try something and maybe enjoy it? Because
I think it was a Guinness Blonde. Wasn't it a Guinness? It was a Guinness
Blonde, and we had the Nitro too. That they gave out as well.
Yes. But I was all about that beer for like a minute.
Dude, I was hype on it that day, man. I don't know if it's because we drank a lot already, but I was hype on it.
Maybe that could have something to do with it too. But I remember going out to other restaurants, and if they had it on draft, I would get like it's so funny. Yeah. Like I was like all about it, and then I don't know what happened. I just changed my mind. Not that it's not a bad beer. It's not a bad beer. Just I don't know.
Well, it's like today. So with World of Beer, like every month they have these challenges, right? You have to drink a certain type of beer, like 3 or 4 different types of beer, sometimes 2, right? And you get a chance to get like a free appetizer that they choose, and like you get entered in a contest to like win a trip, right?
Yeah.
So every time I go, they always have like 1 or 2 of the beers, but not all of the beers in the one in Exton across the street from me. So today, Jess and I went and I looked, and they had the trip to Ireland. You had to drink these Irish beers for St. Paddy's Day. And I'm like, let me see if they have these, right? I went full Irish today on my beers. Like, I haven't had one IPA yet. I went from the Harp Lager. I had the Schmidtwick's Red Ale. Then I had a Guinness.
It's actually pronounced, and I don't mean to sound like a douche canoe. It's pronounced Smithwick's.
Smithwick's, yes, you're right. You're right.
You're
right.
I know. It looks like Smithwick's, which you're just
That's fine. But you're right. It is Smithwick's. And then I'm finishing my day with these Vienna Lagers. Like today was a no IPA day. Like no joke.
And that's okay, man. Those beers you mentioned are solid Irish beers. They really are. My grandfather Smithwick's is his favorite. It's a red ale.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Harp. I may have had Harp like once or twice. Like
great.
My parents' friends are really big into Harp. It's cool though, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. So
now
I got
to change it up once in a while.
I got my entry for all expenses paid trip for 2 to Ireland. Hopefully I win that. I got a free German pretzel coming my way. Like I'm ready to go. I got a new badge on my profile for all the beer. Like rolling.
Shit, man. If you go to Ireland, damn, Laura's gonna be angry. That was actually our choice for our honeymoon, and then at the time we decided after going through the wedding planning and everything, we were just like, we don't want to travel anywhere and have to do stuff. We want to go somewhere where there's a beach and we have drinks
relaxing.
And just relax. Yeah.
Get some beers, hang out. Like when you have an itinerary, that's like more of a vacation than like a honeymoon. You just want to relax, enjoy each other's company, and just get away from life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ireland's on the list though, but man. I hope you win.
Hope so too.
That'd be awesome.
But I did guarantee myself free German pretzels, so that's all I'm excited about.
Irish beer and German pretzels.
Yeah. So
match made in heaven.
Don't question my beer taste, all right? You see a lot of IPAs on here, but just list off the 4 things I had today. No IPAs today.
I know. We'll expand. I know. We will. We'll expand.
Yeah.
There'll be some different styles coming. I promise.
I mean, we're expanding right now. We got the Vienna Lager.
Yeah, there you go. Bada bing.